in light of the big heavyweight showdown that is to take place this Saturday, September 21st, there's still a former heavyweight champion out there looking for his opportunity. And no one seems to be chomping at the bit to get at him. But Joseph Parker is talking about he's ready to get back at it. And there are a number of choices lining up. Let's talk about Joseph Parker, what may be on the horizon for him, and what he's looking to do going forward. Heavyweight boxing is still on the cusp of being very interesting. And when you consider former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker, who is still out there chomping at the bit to get his chance at reclaiming a heavyweight title, you have to look at what he's accomplished thus far. And he's looking at the entire landscape of the heavyweight division. According to an article from Boxing Scene, the link will be in the description box. Joseph Parker is growing impatient in regard to his next opponent, the New Zealander in London to be ringside for Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua, defeated Deontay Wilder in December and Zhilei Zhang in March, but is still none the wiser on who comes next. I was told there was a fight in September, then October, and now I'm told there's a fight in December. Parker said Wednesday at the Wembley Open workouts, "I've been training since April and I've put on 20 pounds of muscle. I am ready to fight anyone, anywhere. Seriously, I'm in great shape and I'm ready to go." After outpointing Wilder, Parker did the same thing to Zhang. It has long been reported that Big Bang will trigger his right for a return, but Parker indicated that there are other names in the mix to face him on the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury undercard. Zhang wants the rematch. He has that rematch clause, Parker said. "I'm not sure what anyone else wants. I think there's talk of Ajit Kabiel or Martin Bakole. There's lots of names. I'd like it locked in so I know who I'm training for." That's very interesting because the names are there. A rematch against Zhilei Zhang would be dynamite because Parker, though dropped twice in the fight, got up and still won the decision. And Zhang went on to defeat Deontay Wilder in his next bout by KO. Joseph Parker is every bit the Renaissance heavyweight that they're trying to lay the stake and claim to Anthony Joshua. He has fought an equal amount of fights in the same span of time with his eyes on Joshua, and Joshua has not even mentioned Parker's name. What's more is, when you think about the other names that he mentioned, the likes of Martin Boccoli, who is definitely on the radar now with his victory recently over Jared Big Baby Anderson. And of course, a man who's a dark horse in it all, Ajit Kabiel, who has come to prominence and is now probably one of the more avoided fighters in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight landscape is looking very good at this time. And there are people out here that it's no matter how you mix the matchups, you're going to get a pretty darn good fight. The only one that the door may be closing on quickly is Zhilei Zhang, because he's 40 years old. But you still can't count out the Big Bang because he has the big punch. And Martin Boccoli, the way he wiped out Jared Anderson, I'm certain that people have finally taken note of he and may believe some of his stories. Since he has spoken about sparring matches and how no one wants to get in there with him, people may take solace in he may be telling the truth. But Joseph Parker, as he stated in this article, he's not afraid of any of these men. He's a former champion. Think about it like this. He says Zhang wants the rematch, and he knows that. Parker believes that Fury will get his revenge over Usyk on December 21. He's a lot more focused, and I think it will change everything, Parker said of Fury. He's more determined to put on a better performance. As for Dubois and Joshua, Parker likes the man who outpointed him in 2017. I feel like Joshua, in the first 5 or 6 rounds, he's looked very dangerous in his last fights, Parker said. I feel if Dubois wins, it will be the late rounds. He showed a great chin against Filip Hrgović and great determination, and that power in the late rounds. He's a live underdog, and he's got a lot to prove. Joshua has the power in the right hand, but he can also box. When I fought him, he was able to nullify what I was doing. Dubois has been on the crest of a wave, and most notably by walking through the best that Filip Hrgović could muster in March and winning via stoppage. Joshua has a lot more power than Hrgović, Parker observed. I feel like if he lands like Hrgović landed, Joshua will stop him. But if Dubois lands clean, he will test AJ's chin. And can AJ then show the grit and determination to come back and win after being hurt? Whoever wins, the 32-year-old Parker, who earned a title shot, hopes to be ready and waiting. I would love to fight the winner. I feel like now I've got a lot more power. I feel like I can knock people out. Like I said, the article will be in the link to the article will be in the description box. But we have to say something about Joseph Parker. Definitely a man that nobody's thinking about presently. And he is equally as important in the division because he has faced prominent names. And he is not afraid to get in there with whomever. I love that. He's a dark horse in all of this because most of the conversation is centered around AJ becoming a 3-time world champion, even though Dubois at 27 is the IBF champion. It could be his time, as he stated, and some of these other heavyweights are going to have to pay attention to him. Either way you cut it, this is a great problem to have. All that needs to follow up is the bouts to be made, matchups. And we can thank Turk Al-Sheikh for that because with the Riyadh season schedules, he's making more and more great cards with matchups that are crowd pleasing. and I love to see what he's doing. And with Parker anxious to get back into the mix, it's going to be something worth checking out. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this fight coming up this weekend, Joshua and Dubois, and what should be next for Joseph Parker. Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.